Hey guys, so today I'm going to talk to you about how to rise stronger after a setback. So you might be in a position where you've just invested so much into something that you've been doing and it just hasn't worked out. Or it could be death by a thousand cuts. You know, you've had all these different setbacks across all these different situations in your life and you're just feeling that overwhelming sense of this isn't working. Is this something wrong with me? Is this something wrong with the things that I'm doing? And we get into our own head, and then what we unfortunately start to do is we start to blame ourselves, withdraw effort. It becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy where we think that because things aren't working, they're never going to work, so we don't put in that effort, and we end up actually bringing about the very things that we don't want to happen. And so in this video, I really want to get across to you a reframe on the way we think about failure. So if we see failure as an endpoint, if we see failure as being something that actually stops our progress, then every time we're faced with a failure, then we're going to say that there's something wrong. And if we perceive something as a problem versus something as a challenge, it can actually affect our health. So Joe Dispenza and Jay Shetty were talking yesterday. There is scientific evidence to show that it literally diminishes our health, our immune system, our resources. And so it works on so many different levels in our brain, in our body. But really, when we frame that as something which is an endpoint, we are causing ourselves to respond and feel things that are very different than when we see that as literally a normal part of the process. So yes, you could be someone who never fails, but if you're not failing, you're not doing anything, you're not growing, you're not achieving, because the failure or the setback or the challenge is part of the process to get to where you want to be. Nobody can get from the beginning of the journey where they are now to where they want to be, creating some incredible business, to landing that awesome project at work, to having that incredible relationship, to creating that masterpiece that you're working on. Nobody gets from zero to that ideal, that end point, without actually going through 1,000 failures, 1,000 trials and tribulations along the way. So how you frame that, how you think about that, that's the key difference. You remember in an earlier video, I talked to you about the kids with the growth mindset who literally didn't see the setback as a failure. They saw it as a normal part of the process and they enjoyed it. So when you're faced with that setback and you're like knocked flat on your back and you're on the floor and you're thinking to yourself, I can't do this, just ask yourself the question, what can I learn? What can I learn is so powerful, because in that failure, in that setback, in that challenge, there is so much rich information that will enable you to actually move forwards. And even if when you're sat asking yourself that question, you think, I have no idea, then use effort. Because effort is the growth mindset tool to enable you to keep moving forwards. Because remember, it's when we stop that things actually, that we're defined by that thing. So for example, if I don't keep building my business and putting things out there, if I don't keep learning these things in my new job, if I don't keep working on my body, if I don't keep developing my mind, if I don't keep developing all my skills and my abilities that I'm working on, my knowledge at the moment, then wherever they are right now, that's where they are. That's it. And the same is true for you. So if when you're thinking about all those things, you actually start to put effort behind them. So you can say to yourself, okay, that didn't work, but what can I do? What can I learn? And use effort as a tool to enable you to move through, to grow through and beyond whatever it is that you're faced with. All right, guys, I hope that was useful for you. I really look forward to hearing your comments. They mean so much to me, as you know. If you want some help in order to actually really fine-tune your mindset and back that up with well-being, then get over to my website where you can see my latest program. All right, I'll see you in the next one.